Okay, attempt number 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome to What is the Greatest, where we play video games and then tell you if it's the greatest game of all time. So, some backstory, some information. We are right now in the world pandemic. Everyone is experiencing it. And with that, me and Bob, your two lovely co-hosts, are doing social distancing, making sure that we're not spreading any disease. I have kids. He's got family. We don't want to get anybody sick. So that means I'm recording by myself. I didn't want to play any more Spider-Man because that's something that we're doing together, and I didn't want to. We spun last time when we beat Sean White, and I didn't want to start one of those games without him. So I'm diving way back into the deep end of when I played video games without him. We're going to continue Ni No Kuni, which we did 8 videos over a year ago, so it's been a long time. Then what happened is I tried to record on Sunday, but the recording basically, whatever you want to say, got erased, got deleted, couldn't be used. So there's a bunch of stuff that happened Sunday. Obviously, if you're looking for a full playthrough, which probably shouldn't be going to me because it's been over a year since I played last, it's taken. But, so to recap where we are in the story and what people may have missed is recently we got a boat and a third team member, the thief guy, Swain, who's on our team. And we are still trying to meet the sages, all the people who are going to grant us wisdom to, save our dead mom. What happened in the episode that essentially won't be seen is me relearning the game, finishing up side quests in Castaway Cove, included a couple bounties, just a couple side quests, nothing major. That was most of the time, me refiguring out how to play the game, essentially. And then deciding to finally move the story along, move the plot along a little bit, and took our boat towards the main mission, which is, I can't remember the island, Hamelin, something like that. But Shadar, the main evil mage, ghost, devil, whatever you want to call him, came and basically sunk our ship. So we crashed on this island. We just very recently crashed. The boat says, hey, it's going to be a little while before repairs happen. Explore the island because we need provisions. Mr. Drippy, everyone's favorite fairy, is telling you, like, nah, don't do that. So there's definitely something on this island that he doesn't want us to know about. And then right before I quit, basically we got contacted by what seems to be Mr. Drippy's family, parent, somebody, who's basically like, show your face back on this island, hey? And then saved it and quit. A lot of the stuff, been over a year playing, is a couple Yoo-hoo moves, whatever those are. Is I'm gonna rehash because I obviously don't remember every conversation that I had about this game. But 2 reasons why I wanted to go back to it. One is very simply because, hey, social distancing. I wanted to get back in Star Drop, right? Not a Star Drop person? No, that's a Jumbo. I wanted to get back to it because sorry, reading menus. Yeah, become Thumbo. No, your name's Thumbo. Become Fat Monkey. or just have a lion's mane. A dumblemur, like a lemur. Let's see. Poison pinch. Anyway, sorry, getting sidetracked. One of the reasons I want to come revisit it, complete it, because I really want to like this game, in spite of itself. And the other is because in the time that I've been playing this game, Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, which this game, you can't ignore the comparisons to Pokemon. And I started playing Sword and Shield, just on my Switch, not for, show, at least not yet. But there's this game clearly takes a lot from that. There's a whole element of capturing creatures. They learn moves. You level them up. They have affinities. You have your fire, your ice, your whatever. They evolve. There's a lot that's Pokemon here. And I wanted to kind of get back to it because originally I gave this kind of a bad rap. It was a knockoff Pokemon that I didn't enjoy as much. And I'm like, hey, now that and that was based on like red and green or red and blue knowledge of Pokemon, like Game Boy time. Now that I'm playing an updated one, I'm like, well, hey, maybe updated Pokemon is more similar to this game than the other way around. So let's dive in. Let's figure it out. Turns out, spoilers, Pokemon's better. The stuff that I'm realizing, at least for me, right, get this stuff out of the way while I'm kind of rehashing old topics. But the thing about Pokemon that I find that's so intriguing is, first of all, Pokemon is very much rock, paper, scissors. Right? So it's you fight an ice Pokemon, you want to match up with a fire Pokemon, you want to take advantage of, spells that can do the most damage, and also protect yourself, because ice isn't good against fire, blah, 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 blah. But it's a one-on-one battle, and you pick the move that you are doing, and you obviously don't know what the end. And so that can lead to some things like, you can teach Pokemon moves that necessarily don't belong in there. You can teach a fire Pokemon, depending on all sorts of dumb shit. Like, we're not going to get into the whole world of Pokemon right now, but you can teach them stuff that's like, I'm going to teach you this dragon move, or I'm going to teach you this fighting move, or I'm going to teach you this grass move. And that way, it's not necessarily guaranteed that the Pokemon that I have out, even though it may seem like it would be weak, I might have a move that makes it strong. There's a whole element there of strategy. This game kind of goes for that same stuff, right? You can learn moves, you can have items, like I just had that, like this allows your Pokemon to learn Poison Pinch. It is masking everything in that Pokemon disguise. But the big difference for me is the combat section of this game. They wanted to, I'll use the phrase, they wanted to have their cake and eat it too, right? They have these gorgeous visuals. They have, these characters that they created. They want Oliver and Swain. They want these people to be a part of the story. But the battlefield is so cluttered, and it's in real time. I'm sure people who are like devout Ni No Kuni fans who have like mastered the combat can tell me all of the things that I'm doing wrong and that I'm not taking advantage of. But I find that in these battles, the strategy is not there. And I'm avoiding going to the big story beat because I want to talk my way first, and then I can shut up when the story happens. But the combat is so focused on all of this shit happening at once. There's 3 enemies or 2 enemies. There's you and 2 other allies. There's magic and attacks and all this stuff happening, and everyone's got their own bar. You know, everything you're doing is in real time. You have to time your defense. You have to realistically time your attacks, when to use spells. All of this stuff, but with the added, I would say bonus, but it's not a bonus, with the added problem of, like, the creatures that you would potentially give your teammates. You think, right, kind of expand on this, but you would think you would want good balanced team, which is a Pokemon of all these different affinities, right? You would like call them Pokemon even though they're not Pokemon. That's fine. You would want somebody who can be fire, who can be water, who can be ice. You can only hold 3. Teammates can only hold 3, but great. Now you can have 9. You can have these 9 essentially different affinities all in one battle. And that way, if you're fighting, oh shit, there's a water guy. Okay, great. That's who, we can team up for that water guy. We can do this. But your computer just does whatever the hell they want. You can assign them tactics. Like later, like right now, I can basically only do all-out attack or all-out defense. I think I'm switching there. But which person they throw out is not something you control. What moves they do are not something you control. And so you may want, realistically, you're just like, hey, this is a regular battle. And in Pokemon world, you'd be like, just attack, do the move that we have the most of. We don't know when we're going to be able to rest again. And save your big moves for a boss or a trainer battle or something of that sort. But the computer doesn't think like that. It's not yet. I know later on you get tactics that you can pick and maybe that stuff gets cleared up. But so you can't have this kind of control or strategy on that level. Your computer's just going out there. There might be a guy with 1 hit left and they're going to use 5 of their precious magic points to land the spell where it's just like, just go fucking punch him and you're fine. I mean, like, look at this. Esther has absolutely no magic. Swain is, we'll say that not halfway, but he's used magic. And then I've perfected it and I'm just like, hey, no magic, I'm just going to use attacks. I don't know what's going to await me in this temple, right? Maybe it's a big fight. And now I have Esther, who's going to be completely useless. She's low on health, and she doesn't have any magic to heal. So it's like they don't plan, and I don't want them to be like, hey, there's a big boss coming up. We're not going to use any magic. I don't want that kind of level of detail. But I do want, like, smart choices, or just give me control. Anyway, talk about that more. I gotta fill a whole time by myself, so there'll be a lot of talking. They didn't seem that unruly. Yeah. Kind of figured this was Fairy Town. So everyone's gonna say Mon. Can't use the in. Bit of a Gunther. I don't know if Gunther can. I don't know if we have another star drop. Jumbo. We don't have a regular. Womp womp. Sorry, Gunther. Can't get you to evolve. Else. Back to the guy behind the counter. That's fine if I can. But yeah, what I was kind of talking about is by having a real-time game, which I'm not against. Will admit my personal preference is a turn-based one, but having a real-time game isn't the end-all be-all. But where the game wants to have, I think, this little bit of strategy about, catch all of these creatures, level them up, train them, have specializations, have, one who's good at, whatever defense, one that's good at attacking, blah, blah, blah. Be able to kind of make these switches based on your situation. What I would say, and probably to most people who played this game who didn't dedicate their life to it, that you find the three new Valley Hunts. Barons, okay. But you just don't have that level of control, and what you end up doing is you take your main three, and then that's it, and you just attack with them, and they're going to be the ones to get you through the game. And when they don't cut it, you switch over to Oliver, and you use him as a mage. And literally boss fights I have found, and I know I'm not the best. Don't even pretend to. But that to me tells me, like, hey, as Oliver, I'm just going to run around the battlefield. I'm going to run away from the bad guys, and I'm going to keep spamming whatever magic I have to throw behind my back at him. And I'm not going to use my captured creatures at all. A lot of people to talk to. I'll say that I would probably eat at these food stalls. They're like tasty. Boom. The spear. 2 woodland claws. Oh, wait. 78 to 48. 88 to 48. 64 and 30, 74 and 30. So skip the claws and get 2 tusks. One of you. That's that guy. 2 of you. I'm gonna use that. That equipped. You guys have all that equipped. Okay. What else is in this town? We can see before we head to the mission. More shops. More food shops. Like I really, I've started this game over so many times because I want to like it more than I think I do. And that's fine, that happens. Sometimes games premise works and sometimes it doesn't. I love Studio Ghibli stuff. You know that this is their first foray into being like, hey, we're going to help do some design. And I think the game looks great. It looks like watching a cartoon, what you would expect. But like, this is the farthest I've gotten. That's telling myself to keep pushing forward. Who just wants to eat? But like, I just can't get over. Combat's obviously such a big part, and it's just doesn't work for me. And it's because they like tried to tack on this Pokemon like aspect, like real-time stuff. Like I'm also the Final Fantasy VII remake came out, and that took a turn-based game and it made it real-time. And as much as I love the original and I love how it's set up, like I've adapted to. Talk to the performance. I've adapted to the real-time stuff, and it's fine because it's just like, okay, I'm going to use Cloud for this bit. I'm going to use Barrett for this bit. Tifa, you know, whoever, and you play as one character. And if it was just these 3 characters, that probably works better. Don't run off. There's a treasure chest.
I told you I haven't got the foggiest who you're on about. Shut up about it, will you?
Went round with you on your travel, she did. What happened to her, lovely girl? Her name started with a P. Round with something like, hippopotamus.
Give up, will you? Honest to goodness.
Ah, now I remember.
Oh, yeah?
Alicia! That was it.
Blimey.
Wow.
Right. A star drop. Yay, Drippy's back. Half an invisible wall. I just want triangle to be spells. But ingredient that all burgers need. Meat. Human being. Provisions, right? Ice cream, salted ice cream. Ice cakes. Their ingredients. Probably gonna be have like a burger in my inventory, so it's gotta be somewhere. These are just like creature foods. Bird sandwich, fish burger. Bun. Served in a bun. Ding. alchemy, boards, fields. Pie. Cheeseburger, sandwich, crispy lettuce, flour shrimp. Lettuce? We're gonna say it's crispy lettuce. McDaffids. I wish this game, just this magical adventure that Oliver went on as a mage, and the characters were weird and crazy, but they didn't play a role in ever talk to him. He's got courage for trying food. At some point, I know they're going to update this board. Maybe when we get out of her belly. There's just no way that there's nothing to do in this town in terms of side quests or bounties. Just not how it works. We're just going around taking people's willpower, taking people's, like, what if this guy now breaks his streak? Yeah, let's see some stand-up. Some stand-up comedy.
Hurry up, man, they're on already.
Look at that. They have a little stage and everything.
Take that. Thank you and good night.
Rubbish they are these days, man.
How long is this going to go on for? This is embarrassing.
I bet one needs courage, and I bet the other one needs restraint. Oh boy, where are we gonna get it? Eight. I like more than blue chest. A cheeseburger. I have no idea. They're cleaning something. It's food. Thank God I have all of these spells that have been useless up until now. So I really, really want to like this game. cold. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Can't get the poison out. Try it all. No. Hit her with a fireball. I feel like there's so many like minor good concepts. I like the idea of kind of compiling this book. It gets you more spells, fills out the world, stuff that you can read. I like character designs. Very Studio Ghibli touch of just this kind of like world within a world. I even don't hate the plot of, hey, there's people that connect in each world, and one person suffering in one is suffering in the other, and if you fix one, you fix them both. I like the world that it's in. I like the concept of like doing odd jobs as side quests, doing bounty hunts, like all this stuff. I think is lift a spell, lift something, huh? So this every day. Oh, this is all. Like if they either really leaned into Pokemon aspect and then made this like, okay, Oliver, all of them really don't have a say in fighting. They're just kind of, they're the Ash of the universe, where it's just, hey, okay, you were training them, you were doing all this stuff, and they make it just about that. That could work. Or if they take them out completely and just like the rest of this stuff, I think would really paying attention. Something about flowers, probably. It could have went in either of those directions, and I think the game would have been better for it. I think by trying to be Pokemon but not Pokemon, then all of a sudden it becomes a... It's 2 by the entrance. I don't even know how many I have. I'm assuming I need to get them all. Just makes like a big portion of this game is combat. In any RPG, and not everyone always likes turn-based, and I get it, and not everyone likes Pokemon because they probably think it's boring. Again, I wasn't paying attention. Spirit medium, need magic lamp, puppet strings, bridge, witch's tongue, poison, heart, gateway. Frostbite, pulse, poison, burden, fireball. What did I do? Do not have the spell? Yeah, I don't have the spell for... Every section that I get to in this game, I feel is just for me to over level so I don't have to focus on fighting. So it's like I would love to go through and... Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention is catch them mechanic is not the, get in a fight and throw a Pokeball and, play it that way. It's kill the monster, hope that in a random chance a heart pops above their head and you can serenade them to join your team. I'm sure there's skills or abilities that make that more likely to happen. But it's like, I don't want to just keep fighting and hope that it happens as a random chances. I want to be like, I want this guy, so I'm gonna get in a fight with him, and I'm gonna give him sweet tooths or blah 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 blah, all over. What are we watching here? I assume we're upgraded. We'll do one last check just on the board. See if there's stuff I can do. Or I do assume that after we get set free, then that stuff will open up. We're just gonna say we're ready. Go into this dungeon.
Thank you, how do? It's Smiley and Shirley.
How do?
Right, we've got a full house in tonight, it's lovely.
Ain't it though? It's like a dream, this is.
Ain't it though?
Ain't it though? Hey, speaking of dreams, I've always had a bit of a dream myself, you know.
Oh, nice. Nice link, man.
What it is, see, always wanted to run a little weapon shop, I have.
A weapon shop, eh? Well, I don't know why you're bringing it up in the middle of a show, but sounds like an alright idea, that does.
Ain't it though? Here, do you fancy doing a quick practice with me?
Huh? Practice?
Yeah, man. I'll be the shopkeeper, see? And
This is gonna
a zookeeper,
kill.
right? And, well, all your animals have run away, and your wife's left you.
Oh, yeah. Make it easy for me, why don't you? I'm not a flipping professional actor, am I, you div? Come on, man, serious now. What do you want me to be?
A lion tamer?
Dude, how is that any flipping easier? Can I just be my flipping self?
Oh, no one wants to see that, man.
No, I know you again. You're trying to give me something hard to do so you look better in it, though.
Nah, man. I just thought you'd like a nice juicy roll to get your teeth into, ain't it, though?
Juicy roll, huh? Well, I may not be a professional, but my widow Twanky's pretty legendary. Righto. So, I'm the customer at your weapon shop, right? And you were the proprietor of said establishment. All right, give us a moment. Ba 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 ma 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 ka 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 ka.
Get on with it, man.
And knock knock out do cha-ching.
Clear off. Cha-ching.
What the heck was that, man? You slammed the door in my flipping face.
We're not open yet, are we?
Not open yet, but flipping hurry up, will you?
All right. We're open now.
Oh, you are, right. Knock knock cha-ching. How do?
How do?
I just wanted to look at what weapons you got here, innit though?
Sorry, man. That's next door but one.
What? No, it's flipping not.
It's my shop.
Yeah, you a weapon shop.
You can't go telling me what I sells in my own shop.
But you said yourself you wanted it to be a flipping weapon shop.
It is a flipping weapon shop.
Give me strength, man.
All right. Sorry, man. I'll do it properly now, I promise. It's a weapon shop.
Good.
Selling weapons.
Exactly.
Righto.
Knock knock. Cha-ching out do. What weapons you got here then?
What weapons you after exactly?
Well, I don't know, do I? What about, you know, one of them huge, great, choppy numbers? Yeah, a proper massive one of them. That's what I want.
I'm afraid I cannot help you.
Huh? You can't help me? You're the flipping shopkeeper, aren't you?
I am sorry, sir,
Huh?
but that is just too big an axe.
Flipping heck, man. How's rubbish?
Made this not happen, it though.
As if that would take much.
I'm gonna say it. They're not that great.
That's hilarious!
She's laughing like a flipping drain, Tidy.
Drippy, man, we're all set.
Right, you lot all aboard.
Aboard? Aboard what?
Here I go, boys. Let the mission to Mom begin.
I don't know if the nose to that cannon can fit
One of you give us a light, will you, man?
Launch command received.
all 3 humans and Drippy.
We have ignition. Ow! 3, 2, 1, blast off!
It would be funny if they missed.
Is everyone okay? I think so.
All here in one piece? One pile, more like.
All right, no need to get in a tiz. It's the only way to get in here, innit? Oh, this takes me back. Look around you, my friends. This year's Mummy's tummy where it all started.
He didn't seem so mean. Hit a key.
We're under attack.
What's wrong with key?
Here goes.
I like the, like there's so much good here. Really just powering through these battles though. Like, they have special abilities that you don't get to see very often because only on the yellow glowing light. But all the stuff is on the battlefield means that you could, in theory, be like, okay, fighting somebody who's going to be weak against fire, see a yellow glowing thing, I'm either going to try and pick it up with Oliver, or I'm going to switch to my fire guy and have him get it. We can do some massive damage. And while you're doing that, that globe could fall into the hands of one of your companions' creatures, who then their special move is just like updated defense for the team. Like, yeah, okay, that's not awful. We could have killed him. But because I can't control the entire freaking world, this happens. I'm assuming we can't just go in like any. Why not go into the rose room? That's the tulip room. the Rose Room. Yeah, whatever that is. Is there anything? Gotta hatch 'em all. Those are words that he said. Game knows how its bread is buttered. I think it's got like a dialogue box where it could just be like, hey, maybe you can just like we work this out.
Stay calm now.
But, like in the bottom right, there's this checkbox stuff. So I'm assuming that tells you like, hey, he's good against this and bad against this. He's good against this and neutral against everything. But I wonder if that's like in comparison to what's out, or is that just in general?
Is that it?
You're all just following, right? I don't have to tell you. Perfect. Can I like just hit you with a fireball? That? No. Let's see. So it was wind and water, and does it show? Yeah. Just in general, what he's weak to, and so what I found, just like why I don't use abilities, so just getting the magic drops and health drops, just I wouldn't say are something you can rely on very much. So you could be like, yeah, I'll burn it. I'll burn some spells. Then turns out that you don't get a drop. The items are insanely expensive, especially if you're like upgrading equipment. It's not like I can just stack up on the coffee, which refills your magic, and just be like, yeah, whatever. Just I'm going to use these abilities that I have.
Here goes nothing.
Here goes.
Ready?
I hit one with a pebble. Almost got wiped in that battle. Also, I feel like the magic should be specific to the character, not your main character. Like, everyone should have a different magic pool, because then it wouldn't feel as bad if I'm like, well, I'm going to use my sword guy's magic at this point, and then I can still use Oliver's magic later to heal. Because having that, where it's just like, what am I going to do? An extra 20 damage on the pebble? That's cool, but
Come on, you guys!
I feel like when I fought him last, Ice did the most damage, but it doesn't seem to be. 16 is not. Well, Fireball is more than Ice. Pulse looking like. No. Esther is just bad with her. Oops, did not want that. Back to you. Let's help you out. We can all focus on the one guy. I could use that magic. I'm the only one fighting the blubber, but that's fine. Like so, I either need to wait for Mr. Drippy, drop a big hunk of magic. He does sometimes, or I need to block or use spells. I mean, part of this is just like, yeah, I mean, I guess I can let the stone slowly do damage to him while he's focused on me. Yeah, switch to the guy who's actually hitting him. Oh, one more, there you go.
Better luck next time.
just in case there's some sort of final fight to get out of here.
Righto! Come on, Littlies! It's time for the slidey ride of you a tiny, tiny lives! Well, don't just stand there, come on!
Huh? What the? What is that thing?
Knickers! That rotter of a squid's got our kids! What the heck? The Littlies!
No way! We already saved them once!
Sorry, Ollie boy, but the future of the fairy race is at stake!
Do we have any choice?
Until proven otherwise, I just don't ever see a reason why you would not be Oliver in these moments. Like, I know that there are creatures that can attack from afar. And I'm sure if I had, whatever, an electric creature, I could use some serious damage. But it's like, I can control how far away I am. Is that magic? So I have to be better about telling them to go on defense. Like, Esther should really be going for that health drop. Oh, there was... That's probably not good. What are you gonna do? What's Stony Gaze? Hopefully it hits everybody. Cool, no effect. It's like, that's the thing, is just like, wouldn't want him to get that. I'd want the slash dance, which like killed everything. Or I'd want Oliver to get it. So he can do some big magic. Oh, that yellow one's going away. Oh, you big guy better have a freaking good move. Took that from me. Yeah, okay. Kudos. Glad you got it. I mean, yeah, this is a boss fight. Could I run in there with Mighty and hope for the best, that he's not going to get hit? Or do I take this route, which is boring as hell to watch, but I stay a safe distance away, I'm not in any danger of dying, haven't had to even use an item yet. That's a waste of magic. That should be it. Drop enough magic for me to hit him twice more. There you go. The banana killed him. The giant banana cone. I will say the game, if its fights do shine at all, it is in a big boss battle. But that's only because your team isn't off getting killed in a corner. While you try and do all of the work. Because that, like this, I can be like, okay, yeah. I can kite it around, I can do some damage to it, and my team's not just like getting beat to shit. Mild. I don't think it's mild. Nothing like popping out a bomb again.
Oh, they're coming. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, they're coming. At long last. Come on, my little darlings.
Gonna shoot out the top. Yep.
Come on, you lot. Last one in's a rotten egg.
Oh, we have fun. We have fun here.
Oh, Oliver, what's wrong?
It's Philip. He's mean.
Oh, dear. Oi, Ollie boy. Don't cry, man. I'm the tear fairy, see? I don't like seeing them go to waste.
You're a fairy?
I am, and a proper tidy one at that.
You talk funny.
That's how fairies talk, sweetie.
But it's goofy.
Oh, is it now? Well, I wish I'd known that before I made him for you.
Nobody made him. He's my friend.
Of course he is, I'm sorry. And I'm sure he'll always be your friend, no matter what. Come on now, don't be such a crybaby, Bunting. What would Mr. Drippy think?
I'm not a crybaby, Bunting.
Then you'd better dry those tears, hadn't you? Hmm?
Shift, shape, second, mimic, vanish. Going to use all of these spells. Werecat. Holy cow. Okay, werefish. Okay, shrink, yep. Jesus Christ. Uh-huh. Yup. Yes. How would we get here? We got poison apple. And we got a bunch of spells, but they're not showing up in the quick access spell bar. Now we can go up the dead end route. But presumably we have to go back through town. I'll probably call it. I do want to check if more story beats we have to get through.
Look at Mr.
Come on, don't go getting all soppy on me. Oi, I thought I told you to...
He can definitely see us. Guarantee he meets us at our boat. Not worried about that at all, and also Mr. P doesn't do much. But I bet this stuff is opened up. And oh, no bounty hunts though. I'm still waiting for the second row. I have like 5 stamps I could burn on making my boat go faster or making me run faster. But I have to assume Bear is bothered. A million GD fairies. What's it say in the notebook? The Golden Grove, some of the fairies, but some still troubling them. I go all the way back to the Golden Grove? Oof. Think I can teleport in this game. Gateway between worlds. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave the town, save it, call it. I'm not gonna make the trip up to Golden Grove. Save. That is more of Ni No Kuni. This will be episode 9. Technically, it's 10th time I've played it, but we're not going to get to that. Yeah, I'm still... million miles away. Like I said, I really want to like this more than you, and I just don't think that it's executed. I don't think the strong suit is the battles that your teammates just kind of flail around and botch. And every boss fight and every tough fight has been the same, where I just run around casting spells, and I'm sure that's not the correct way to do it, but that's what I found is the most successful. I'm going to continue playing this. We'll see how long, social distancing's up for, how long doing solo stuff, when Bob can make it over. When he does, we'll go back to playing Spider-Man and whatever the new game is. I won't make him sit through this. But when I have to record videos alone, we're going to keep plugging away at this, and eventually beat it, and then I can finally say that Ni No Kuni, where it ranks. Said there's a lot of good elements to it. I don't hate the story. I really do enjoy the look of it. It's your RPGs leveling up, all that stuff. Like, I just think it's very whimsical. It's very fun. But I think that's the Studio Ghibli influence that kind of draws me to it, and that's why I like their movies. And the actual, fighting is the least interesting part, and that's major behind the story. So there's what propels you forward, the fun of the game or the story. There's a reason why the last video of this is over a year old. If I was dying to play this, I would have done it. So we'll see. We'll see when we get back to this. I wonder, I'm very curious. This opening video I haven't paid that much close attention to, but all of the familiars that I see them using are the same familiars that I'm using, and that either means that I picked the right strong ones, or that even when they were shooting scenes for this game, they're just like, whatever, we're going to use the same 4 familiars that you get. Okay, till next time. Said, don't know what it's going to be. It's either me again with Ni No Kuni, or me and Bob playing some Spider-Man. But, ta-ta!